Joel Embiid does not get an MVP award, and it's another year that leaves us questioning. And perhaps the biggest difference between this year and any other year was that there doesn't seem to be a lot of hope down the line. The quadruple doink, you thought Jimmy Butler's here in Philadelphia. Ben Simmons is getting better. Joel Embiid's only going to get better. Oh, man, maybe they keep Tobias Harris. Maybe they keep Jimmy Butler as well, and all will be right with the world. And this will be why we went through the process. Next thing you know, Jimmy Butler's gone. Tobias Harris stays. You make those two acquisitions during that season. You had to keep one of them if you're Elton Brand, considering you already gave up so much in trade value. You're not just going to quit on that trade for 1 year and falling short of the conference finals because of the quadruple doink, losing to the Raptors with Kawhi Leonard shot. So you bring back Tobias Harris. Jimmy Butler apparently didn't want to play with Ben Simmons. He didn't really like Brett Brown, and he hightailed it out to Miami, where he has now made it to 2 conference final appearances, as well as 1, so far, finals appearance in the NBA. I remember saying when Jimmy Butler left that Tobias Harris better be good and that Ben Simmons better continue to develop. Tobias Harris has been okay, certainly not worth the contract. Tobias Harris is a much different contract that we're not talking about nearly as much as we are. But in this series, he wasn't the problem. He wasn't a huge solution either. In the playoffs this year, he wasn't the huge problem. He wasn't the huge solution either. He had more really good games than he did bad games. His defense was constant throughout all the playoff games they had this year in both series. And his offense was what it's been all year. It was inconsistent. But damn, if you had Jimmy Butler on this team, if you were able to keep that Jimmy Butler 76ers team together, I very much think that you're talking about the Sixers making conference finals appearances and perhaps even finals appearance, at least one, with Jimmy Butler still on this team. And to go back to it, the difference is hope. When Jimmy Butler walked off the court as a 76er, you felt like there was hope. When Ben Simmons passed to Thibault and they walked off the court last year after losing to the Atlanta Hawks in Game 7 of the Eastern Conference semifinals, you felt like there was a little bit of hope still. Maybe this in the butt that Ben Simmons needs to get his act together and develop his offensive game, develop a mid-range game, hit his free throws. Maybe this will be the kick in the butt he needs. Nope. Instead, this just wasn't for him. Philadelphia wasn't for him. He had to get his mental right, as he so hauntingly now said after that Game 7 loss. I got to get my mental right. We all thought he was just talking about his mindset and approach to the game. Apparently, he meant a lot more than that. So now, where are we? We're with James Harden. James Harden said after the game that he is going to opt in to a $47 million player option for next year at the ripe old age of 33 with hopefully a revamped hamstring. I don't think that really happens at 33, but I digress. After that, he said he'd be willing to take a little bit of a discount if it means keeping this team together. Not so fast. Let's see how next year goes. Being that's a player option, we know you're going to get $47 million. The guy that played in this series ain't worth $47 million. The guy that has played as a 76er ain't worth $47 million for next year in James Harden. And the guy that played in the second half of last night's game sure as damn hell ain't worth $47 million. Kevin Naghandi's going to join the show, and I'm going to go ahead and give you a little sneak peek here. Kevin Nagandi, we talked last night after the game. He's our guest today. Kevin Nagandi, I think, said it great. You'll hear him in the interview. He compares James Harden to another aging position in a sport where you age fast, in a position you age fast in that particular sport. And I think it's a great comparison. You'll hear it from Kevin Nagandi, but I do not have a lot of confidence in what the future holds for James Harden and the 76ers.